Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Gordon. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Caught by Allen. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They'll run here with Eckler. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jackson. He's got it to Williams. And unable to break away. They stop him. Few yards shy.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Chris is set. 19. Alert. Undertook. 24.
From his goal line here, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
6 at the 9-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. He's coming. Double up. Double up. I give you 9.
Watson on first down. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He finds Hopkins complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Walk time. Tight end right. We got 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go, B. Let's go.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
Watch tight end. Take off.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. They go play action now. Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Jackson now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls...
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted...
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Cracks, cracks. 54. Go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be charged. Football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 27-yard line.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Mighty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 552. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. There you go.
Back to throw, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Watson. And he's going to go down again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check 4, check 4. Right. He's telling right. Bang. Hey, alert. 24.
Here's Watson throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
It's 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
No. Me. I'm 24.
The final shot before the break. Watson, he's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 58 yards.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check. Kill.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Allen's got it complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. They'll try and throw for him to Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And this Texans defense stands tall.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Going deep for Hopkins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Here's Watson, and this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around? A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Jonathan Joseph. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
– 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Where's 52? Watch 55. 59. Come on, QB, come on. Joker, 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 Joker.
From the 29, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson trying to lay one up deep. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Desmond King making the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
24. Check 29.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Caught by Allen. He's at the 30. The 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 76 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines, but the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson forced out to his left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Watson on 1st down. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a first down throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? Yo, Mike, 52. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, Mike, 52. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
To throw again on second down. Watson dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. 54. And 58 is the Mike. Well, 58 is the Mike. Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Single receiver. 87's me. 87's me. Tie it left, tie it left. 54. I got it, I got it. Check, go get him, go get him, go get him.
On fourth down, Watson. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. From the end zone, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
52, Mike 52. Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's baby side. 52's the Mike.
Watson now to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.